People, take the time to understand that you are not perfect. Growing up, I was angry at my parents. Growing up, I felt that everything that they did was wrong. My parents suffered from addiction and alcoholism. I moved around and I was with so many other people instead of my parents. And I held that deep inside. And I felt that my parents failed me. But as I got older, I started to realize that maybe my parents would never be good enough for me. And once I had children of my own, I start to understand that the mistakes and the faults that I have are the same things that my children won't forgive me for. So I realized that I had to get to a point in my life where I had to forgive my parents, because I know how lucky that I am to still have my parents, regardless of all the things that we went through and how terrible I thought that my childhood was. I'm still alive, I'm still a man, and I'm doing pretty well for myself despite my deficit. So I realized that me as a parent made a lot of the same mistakes that my parents made. And I disappointed my children the same way that I was disappointed by my parents. So we have to understand this and realize this, people, that you are going to let people down and people are going to let you down. We are all human. The bottom line is you try, you get up, and you do your best. And if your best isn't enough, then oh well. Because at the end of the day, there is no person walking this earth that is perfect. We try, and we try harder. And sometimes it's not going to be good enough for people. Believe me, I have plenty of stories that I can tell about my parents and how they fell short. And I'm sure that my children have plenty of stories where they can tell that I came up short. But at the end of the day, realize none of us are perfect. As a parent, you just try and do your best. And the chips fall where they fall. Please believe it. It's your boy Hallie. I went through the worst in this life. And I blame my parents for a lot of it. And as I got older, I understood that this life is not easy. This life is a struggle, and we came from nothing. So my parents didn't have the best tools. They didn't have a handbook on how to raise this guy right here. There were so many things. I went left when I was supposed to go right out in those streets. And now I'm dealing with the same thing with my children. I just try to bring the Most High into my house. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we always have to understand that the mistakes, the pain, the hurt, the things that we do are what sticks with our children. And sometimes they never come back from that. Sometimes they never forgive us for that. God bless you, and you are blessed that if you can work through these things with your children, because sometimes you're never able to because they never forgive you. I've learned to forgive my parents, and now we have a relationship. Now that I'm older, when I was younger, I felt like they were the worst people on earth. As I got older, I realized that they were the best people on earth because they had me. This is your boy Hallie. Just trying to give you a little bit of game. Realize that no one is perfect and we all make mistakes. It's about how you bounce back, how you come back. And I know that I don't want the Most High judging me the way that I judged my parents back when I was a kid.